What's up, y'all? So in this video I'm going to talk about drop cloths because they're pretty important to have. As locksmiths, we drill on doors, we do things, set bags down on floors, and then we have to clean up. You don't have to, but cleaning up as a locksmith, or any trade for that matter, if you make a mess, you clean up after yourself. That's just a life rule. So with drop cloths, you have a lot of options. A lot of people use plastic. I don't like plastic because it's slippery, it's hard to control. Some people actually use like rag or fabric style drop cloths. I'm not overly fond of that either because it's just so, I don't know, I've just never been fond of it. Oh no, the plant's underneath. What I have used for years is it's called a vinyl, I don't know what this stuff's called, but it's a vinyl fabric. It's kind of thick. I mean, it's not thick, but it's got this kind of like a braided, not braided, but I don't know what to call that. I don't know. It's like fake leather almost, or pleather you could call it, but it's like a vinyl with this backing, and it's pretty thick. And what happens is, you can fold it up just like this. This is my old one, and you can see now I have a brand new one that I'm getting dirty on my own floor. This is what does that say? Spalding? Like the basketball? Spalding, I don't know. But the one thing I like about this is it folds up nicely. It's heavy. When you lay it down, the edges and the corners just lay down, and it's not slippery at all. You can get it in different colors. You see my last one was red, this one's blue, and that's because they didn't have any red. They had, when I went this time, they had dark green, black, brown, and that's blue. So I like brighter colors. I really like the red, and you might be asking why I went and bought another section of it, because I use this. Y'all remember my little blowout situation, and I used this when I was changing my tire on the interstate, and the whole underside of it got greasy. So now I have a dedicated tire changing thing, so that when I'm on the side of the road, I have something to like kneel on while I'm rolling the jack under it, and I needed to go buy a new one. This stuff's expensive. It's $20 for a yard. That is 3 by 3, right? 3 by 3? 1, 2, 3 by 3. So it's not cheap, but it does last forever unless you use it around grease. Even then, it's still good for that specific use. And I like the fact that it's this heavier material that you can get it in different colors. So say for instance I had 2 different uses for a drop cloth, and I wanted one to be blue, one to be red. I could use them for that. I like the brighter colors because it makes it easy for people to see when they're walking around. If you have a black one or a brown version, people will not maybe see it or recognize it as something that's out of place. Even though it is heavyweight and doesn't kick up, in the cold weather it does get kind of, crinkly, and just like any fabric, it just gets stiff. So that's one reason why I like the bright colors. But really the whole point of this video is to clean up after yourself. That's all you have to do. That's the whole point. Whatever you use, if you don't use this, you can go to any fabric store most likely and find this. Just go through their rolls of fabric and look for this vinyl-like material. If they don't have it, you can always ask them if they have this thicker vinyl, fabric-backed vinyl, I think maybe that's what they call it. I don't know, I have to look on the receipt. So anyway, yeah, just a short, quick video to both remind you to clean up after yourself, and to let you know that you do have a reason, even if you have no interest in yarns or fabrics or stitching or anything like that, you do have good reason to visit a fabric store, because this stuff does make a great drop cloth. It folds up nicely. I carry mine in this like a notebook bags made for like notebooks, because it can fold up pretty much the same size as a piece of paper if you took it all the way down. all you need is a yard because, you know, you're only working on doors, so that's plenty of room for you to have to be able to slide under a door, and then yeah, just that's it. Really, that's the whole video is clean up after yourself. If you're interested in getting a good drop cloth, you can use that. A long time ago, I mentioned this in a video, and one of my subscribers at the time, I don't know if he's still with us here, but he says he does like fabric type stuff, like awnings and stuff like that, and he said that is one of the fabrics used for certain things. I don't think that's used for awning. I can't see that being used for an awning, but yeah, that's my new drop cloth. I went blue. Wish they would have had. Normally they have red, blue, green, and then they had one other color one time, but their shelves were kind of bare, just like everybody else's. So I guess in addition to everything else, there's a fabric issue as well. So yeah, dedicated. That's kind of good because it's red. So if I'm on the side of the road, maybe that red will be a little bit more visible. And that will be my new drop cloth that goes in this bag. This was something I got from a company we used to do business with, and it's basically this business organizer guy, but it works really well for this because when you fold this up, say for instance here, if you fold it the right way, boom, like that, it fit perfectly in there, just like, you know, in the pocket, just like that. I can't do this one-handed, but you get the idea. Just like that, went all the way to the bottom, and then this was just another bag that I would take in with me. And typically I would keep a little broom. You can order these little bitty hand brooms with a whisk, it's called a whisk broom or a tent. Look for a tent broom on Amazon, and that'll stay in there. And then if you need to keep, you know, whatever else in the other pockets. This isn't about the bag though, because I don't think travel well. I don't even know if this bag's available or not anymore, but anyway, just a video about drop cloths. Clean up after yourself. While I was at the fabric store, I also got this. Y'all can probably guess what that's for. Wood dowels, yes, 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch. Those two plug stripped wood holes and strike plates. Normally I buy them in like the 3-foot sections, but I saw these. It was $1.99 for 22 and $1.99 for 10. This would be for relocating like Schlage with the heavier screws because it would have a bigger hole. But yeah, that's that. Oh, and also another thing, cheap t-shirts. You know, we just Graphite, thanks Graphite, ruins t-shirts. And while I was there, I noticed they had 4 for $12. So that's $3 for a t-shirt. So I went ahead and picked a couple of another blue one, which this isn't from there. And you know, they are thinner. They're cheap. They're cheap t-shirts, but since we have so many issues with graphite, since we have so many issues with stains, even Houdini makes nice stains sometimes in your shirts. We go through shirts pretty often, no matter how well you try to keep them clean. So I picked up 4 more while I was there. It's always good to have a bright orange shirt just to carry around with you, you know, in case you have to do something in a area where you need to be visible, or if you're like on a construction site, they require you to have bright clothing. So you have like your bright vest option, but if you're wearing a brightly colored, that's why construction workers and people wear bright orange shirts, so they don't have to wear a safety vest. Solves the same purpose. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments on this or any other videos, post them in the comments section. In the meantime, go check out your local fabric store. They have quite a few things in there that might interest you. Catch you next one.